Fly my homies to the city, all first class. Dripping to my sauce, fill a 5-gallon bucket. 3 bad bitches, I'ma slide in the colors. Sipping on dirt, but I ain't got a mullet. She will let me fuck, but I'ma still let her suck it. Bitch, no better, been stuck in her ways. I'm spooning it down in the Kellogg's, no crazy. Yeah, she put a team, ain't no way we can save. The implants are asphalt, no way we can pay. Staying cash, I don't give a fuck, better get paid. Bringing in the bottles, gon' mix it with the minute. Make she want me for an hour, but she only get a minute. Made bad little bitch, look good, cheap lingerie. Say it to my face, hold back, what I gotta say. Sipping on goose,
that's
saying
definitely
fuck
the
it, it's
move for
okay.
it.
Burning all these bridges, saying fuck 'em, it's okay. Pull up on a broad day, selling packs, put the scad on fucking Broadway. I'll take it any day. Put on a show. Just drop 10 racks in a Goyard bag, no tax. Never gonna go broke, hell nah, no way, that's facts. Yeah, riding in an AMG 3 and the seats all black. Fly my homies to the city, all first class. Hold on, Lego, gotta stop that shit, bro. That's just the intro.
Y'all hearing it?
Yeah.
It's just the intro, guys.
It's just the intro. I mean,
All it is.
Yeah. So,
what's up,
welcome
man?
to Local Riffs, Season 2, Episode 16. We got CAIN, Valentino, Big Hoss, his sidekick, or vice versa.
Bodyguard. I mean, just whatever you want to call me. Just,
Big Hoss
that's
with the dollar
Big
signs.
Yeah.
Hoss.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a yeah, big house, yeah.
That's how I roll.
Big Hoss.
Yeah. What's up, dude? We are so glad to be out here in Pearl River too. Finally breaking out of the old city.
Definitely glad you invited us out.
Yeah, for sure.
Very grateful.
Shit, thanks for showing interest, man. I enjoy doing this.
It's all love.
Yeah, we live. We on YouTube. I don't see nobody on there yet, but I'm sure we'll be posting some links or something. But it's out there. It's available. Welcome, guys. Season 2, Episode 16. Like I said, we with CAIN, Valentino, Big Hoss.
Yes, sir.
What's happening? What's going on with you guys,
Dude,
man?
honestly, you know, we got all hooked up and we was like, bro, we got to make this time. All the way from Wiggins, dude, we was hauling booty
God.
down them back roads.
We left the house and it was like, I think it was like 6:10 was the arrival. And I think we pulled into your house at like, what was it, 5:55?
55.
Well, you know, I had to get a little spiced life. Epic, you know, getting to know each other, and we talked about getting to know, you know, meet new people and stuff. And I like to try to, you know, I think I mentioned no pressure, and really y'all made it on perfect timing.
Yes, sir.
I mean, everything worked out today, and thanks for making the trip for sure. We're gonna get into it a little bit. That was the song Intro. At the intro, it really goes hard. That's off the Bipolar album. And we kind of was talking a little bit about that earlier. You know, we'll get into some of that too. But first, we're just going to ask you, you know, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what's, you know, some brief inspirations. We'll get the show started.
Honestly, we're a bunch of nobodies trying to do something. Literally. Everywhere we go, we at least going to know somebody's going to know us. But we just a bunch of nobodies from out in the middle of nowhere making music.
Just an idea. You know, we just had an idea popped in the head and roll with it. And from a little town called Knee Case, and we just kind of whatever floats to our head, we jot it down on a piece of paper and we go with it. You know,
Make it.
I like that, and because it doesn't have a it's hard to have one of those look at me kind of complexes.
It really is
out there, and it kind of gives you a little more focus on you know, exactly what you're saying. You know, you got an idea, you want to, you know, put out the project, you know, and make it. And I was telling you earlier, listening to a lot of your different songs, of the versatility and the variety you get from, you know, y'all's music, from the beats, the melodies with the instruments, you know, out in Knee Case. Or I mean, I know where that's at. You know, it's not about that. It's about, you know, you doing, you know, what you're passionate about, and I could tell y'all are definitely determined with that music.
Oh yes, sir. You know, it's like when people talk about us, we're like the multiverse of the industry.
Okay,
you know? It's really anything. You never know what's gonna come. when I release something, you'll never know what it's going to be. Chances are it's going to be something different. It's just unpredictable, you know. We really do it for the art, too. It's like really the art, dude. Deep diving, discovering new parts of yourself, I guess you could say, because, like, before I started taking it very serious, it was just me and him in a car out in the backyard, listening, writing, and just really vibing, dude. It's about, like, we like to create music that resonates with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what feels good to us. I used to make music what feels good to the people and what they would want to hear. But once we really started making music that we felt was good and just went out on a limb and put it out, that's when things really started going up and the connections came. And you have anything to add to that?
Not really. I mean, that's just how it worked. You know, I mean, ever since the first time I ever met him, you know, was sitting there. I'm talking, we're blasted drunk, you know, just sitting there in the car, you know, and he looks at me and he's like, "Hey man, how's this sound?" And he went somewhere and he recorded over his phone, you know, and just had like a beat from YouTube in the background.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "How does this sound?" And I'm like, "It could use some work, but we can roll with it. Like, let's do something. Let's not sit here and
serious potential then."
Yeah, it was like why not try to take this serious, take this to a new level? And he'd kind of been talking about it, and nobody ever really took him serious or wanted to help him out with it. So just kind of stepped up and
2 guys in the backyard,
yeah, that's
drunk as a piss mule.
sounds like a porno title to me.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of draws me to another question. How long have y'all been doing it? Like, because I see there's some minimum 2002s, you know, songs and stuff on there that I've seen. Like, yeah, give us a little bit of, you know, a little bit more of the history. I know how long it's, you know, y'all been collaborating and doing it.
Dude, I started when I was like, okay, so my parents used to work all the time. I stayed with my grandma. She had this big old vinyl player, and there would just be different types of music every day, all day through the house. And growing up, I kind of like soaked it in like a sponge. So I started writing my own stuff when I was like 8 years old. And then it proceeded through life, you know, and I was just like, I did it as a hobby. And then when we've been doing it professionally probably about 3 years of really pushing.
Yeah, about 3.
It's
about 3. Yeah.
About 3 years, but my whole life pretty much. You know, like I started off, I played band in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
And once I learned that, you know, that really gave me a jump start on making it professionally, honestly.
Yeah. And is like whenever you say like y'all's music, I help here and there, but this is most definitely a him thing. You know, like I don't want to take any kind of spotlight off of this guy here. You know, I mean, he's got the voice, he's got, you know, any idea he has, I'm more or less just piggyback off of. We kind of roll around with it. Sooner or later, if stuff really gets to going, you know, that's whenever I step in as a role as helping him out. You know, transportation, shit like this. You know, just
It's really anything.
right.
Anything he fills in.
Yeah,
He plays his part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, and I'm sure he appreciates it. I mean, when you mentioned it, you know, you had your boy coming. You know what I'm saying? Well, fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be some, you know, a contributor that, you know, that you know,
Nobody
means
is
a
left
lot. You know?
behind. Nobody is left behind, especially anybody that puts in work. Everybody's gonna get this.
We kind of touched on that a little earlier, just like I was saying. Yeah, don't mind me. We're doing some live
It's
and
all good.
on Instagram. They can't really hear how we can, but they I think I guess the contribution kind of raises a little more, you know, determination and a little drive. You know, the people standing behind you and supporting you to do your music like that, and it does give you a little bit of range because you're like, hey, you know, somebody likes this, and you know, you kind of go for it. You know, the direction of the idea. See you later, guys.
It's a lot about mindset too.
Yeah.
A lot of people really give up before they can really get their full potential going, or they see an obstacle and they don't really want to push past it. You know, it's all about your mindset, man. For every one person that says they don't like it, there's thousands that will. Like,
and like, and that's what I was saying about the show that, you know, I went to at Zeitgeist. Shout out Levy Bell for making the trip with me. We tried our best to get some fire footage, man. That fog machine. Sorry, guys. The whole bill. Sorry. We got the audio, but
We get smoked out.
it was fog. But
Like a song.
boys like, man, what the
All I
boys in New
remember was-
Orleans?
Off of 8 Bud Light Platinums, and all of a sudden the fog machine's just rolling. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it's one of them sweat pouring rag in the back pocket, you know.
Hey, but I sometimes those kind of shows are the people you find out that is coming out to support. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
for sure.
and that was a pretty long bill, and for that was a good support throughout the whole show. Actually, I mean,
was.
it kind of thinned out a little bit at the end, but hell, that was what we had 8, 9 acts, I think.
Yeah.
Shout out Savage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jinx, buddy.
What's up, Savage? Yeah, those are the real homies too, you know, and I kind of was, hitting on this. We're gonna be bouncing around. I mean, if y'all on YouTube have a problem, or if y'all listening out there, just keep tuning in, man. You never know where this will go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. That's the thing. People give up, but they never know. You never know the possibilities, man.
And I'm not trying to bring what I do up, but like kind of the artwork at the same time. I'm not saying like most people or some people, but some people do give up, and they never.
do,
I mean,
man.
and me, I have kind of like came to that barrier to where it's like why am I doing it, and at this point it's like I'm it's a part of me now. I mean, like I said, even if I'm doing it in here by myself or just living it, through however means I do it, I'm just interested in meeting new people. The music, I'm all about the music, and I'm all about up and coming, mainstream, draws inspirations,
Yeah, for
at some point I think some of that's lost, in the music, because now
Creative, man.
yeah, because now you're just writing the album because it's a quota thing, or even if like if I was able to do that like on Spotify and roast the whole list, bro, like and I told YFW this, Savage, Brax, Swamp Band, all those guys, the hip hop, Pee Wee, Luciano, it's like an onslaught of songs, and a lot of times, well, I know especially when I was younger, you see people putting out songs, a lot of them, but they were, they lost quality,
Quantity over quality.
It was really expensive, you know what I mean? But nowadays you have the tools and the resources to bang them out good quality, and I commend y'all. Still, I mean, that's a lot of, man, that'd take me a year
Appreciate it, man.
or two just to do half of those,
There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah, of
people
course.
don't see, and nowadays, like, the industry is moving in it's a fast paced industry, man. Like, if you're not really on it, you're gonna be forgot about. It's so crazy because, like, and you gotta think about it. People, like, now in this era that we're in, I'm not saying it can't change tomorrow or change like a year from now or 10 years from now. You spend all this time making an album, and most people, they'll get the album, but they only get like 1 or 2 songs off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And they focus on them, and then it's like the whole other album's just forgotten about.
I really feel like TikTok has a lot to do with the how the music's going. Like how fast paced. Because I mean, there's even like unreleased songs of artists, and they'll get overplayed on TikTok. The artist never releases it,
And by the time it comes out,
and by the time
Not a
it
hit
does
anymore.
nothing. And like, don't get me wrong, I love watching TikTok. I love staying on TikTok, but it's definitely just too fast paced. Like, people just need to realize, like, if you want something good, you're gonna have to wait.
You gotta let it marinate a little bit instead of
dude.
and you're right. It's like an oversaturated kind of thing. It's amazing that and that kind of only makes you wonder, should you even give teasers?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hardcore, super brutal band I Am Mook from North Carolina. They They had the video, they had the everything going on, but the music was not the music. So and then so when the music dropped today, nuclear disaster. It was a fucking it kind of caught everybody. Well, it caught me off guard. I mean, I kind of follow them and know it's going to be intense, but they didn't really spoil it.
Yeah,
or they didn't let. And even what I think it just spoils what's behind the hard work when you oversaturate something like that.
Man.
You can only listen to it so much before it's either catchy, and even then you're only going to listen to that part of the song most of the times if it comes out.
And then most artists, dude, like on social media, you only see that. A lot of artists really, comparison is the thief of joy. It really is. Most people only, like on social media, it's a place to post your highlights. You only see people's highlights, their accomplishments most of the time. You're like, well, you compare what you got going, but everybody's journey's different, man.
Yeah, and they missing the meat and potatoes of it, man.
Yeah.
They're just seeing, a lot of that's lost in translation.
It is, dude. And like nobody sees us going and staying in these, excuse my French, these shitty motels. They don't see the shitty motels, the saving money to eat when we go.
Yep.
The really working with a budget, they only, like I have a lot of people from my hometown literally just happened the other day, like a guy like, how are you doing this? And every time I post, it's like he's saying I'm dry flexing on everybody. But I mean, I'm not that person, man. I try encouraging everybody because the world's already filled with so much negative stuff, man. Like,
and to say, it goes back to not giving up. I mean, if the person that might have given up or their ambitions for certain things didn't come to fruition, that's a dry hate. Really, like you don't want to. I mean, just because you still want to push your style and push and be dedicated and determined about it. I mean, people can't really fault you for that. I think so, anyway.
I can't help the work that I put in to get where I'm at. I am very bad about that. So like anybody watching it, if y'all are going through the same thing, like we go through the same thing, I don't give myself enough credit, dude. Whenever I accomplish something, I just pat myself on the back, pat him on the back, and our other team, then we just go. We keep rolling.
You can't be sitting around in the dust, man.
Trying to enjoy the little things, it really does. Like, as an artist, man, you have like a creative antenna. You never know. You could be walking around and get an idea, and you never know what that could turn into. You're being an antenna, speaking, just absorbing everything,
like
man,
that
from the
shit.
world around you. Like, it's not even really about, most people go in it for money, dude, but it's really about just something you make people feel off of, and it's connecting people, realizing they're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
And, you're having fun while you're doing it. You're really
doing something for money, it ultimately becomes like you're feeling like it's fucking work.
Yeah, and then you lose
And then
the passion for it.
you're like stuck in this old job again. You know what I mean? And it's-
Loop.
We was just talking about that before before we went live.
So stuck in a loop, or what would you do? What would you be doing if it's something that you wasn't passionate about?
I'd be hating every single day, miserable, being just like a normal guy out on the street. And most people want to live that life, and that's okay. But some people, you're born, you want to leave an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Even if I don't leave the impact I'm trying, I'm gonna go out trying.
Mm-hmm.
That's the goal. Making people feel not alone, no matter how different they are, they're accepted. I talk to everybody. Any DM I get on Instagram, I talk to them. I never will ever feel like I'm good enough to talk to anybody because I put my pants on the same way they do in the morning before I get up.
I think that's the algorithm beater. Me personally, the real interaction, and for me, and it goes back to like just CAIN, Valentino, and local riffs. It was a connection of just talking.
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't
human.
Yeah,
human interaction.
Exactly.
Real genuine human
no
interaction.
hesitance. It was, and that's how it should be. Don't beat around the bush. Don't or wait or thanks. That's cool. But if you're trying to you know, that would be the dry flex, wouldn't it? Is that that's what you're referring to? Like, hey,
I have no idea.
Have you
I'm
looping
just-
for like 3 weeks? Yo, bro, I'm trying to get this fucking show with you. What's up, man? You know?
Yeah, I'm out here living, dude, and some people really just do not like that, you know. But it's okay. Like
A lot of people hate. A lot of people hate.
a lot of people, man. I've wrote so many songs for a lot of people. I've done so many things out of pocket, and he has too. He's been along with me everywhere, and in the end, they turn around, they burn me, and then that's why I'm like, I still help people. You know, I got a good heart. I'll help anybody. That's how I was raised, where I'm from. But some people, man, you can just tell. You can really tell, like, they out to get you, you know.
I ain't gonna shout out no names, but like we got people, you know, they're sitting there and me, him, and one of our other buddies, shout out Kyle, you know.
Yeah,
I
shout
mean,
out Kyle for sure.
Kyle helped us like
Man.
whenever we was first starting this out, you know, we was going and everything was right and I mean we write this fantastic album and the guy posted it and we're sitting here and sooner or later it's well I'm gonna take that down and we're like take it down. There goes your number one album. You know, at the same time you kind of gotta set a line. You know, you gotta sit there and be like, if you want to do this, if you want to treat me like dirt, take it down and realize what you have without
selfish
our
with
names on it. You
At
know,
some point in your life, man, you got to be selfish. You can't.
yeah.
Because once people start walking, they gonna ice skate all over.
Man, you know, you just hit a nerve with me just now, man, and you know, few things in particular, but none to mention. You got to be, being selflessness to me runs you weak.
It does
in the long
run. Yeah,
That doesn't mean that you can lose love. It doesn't mean
exactly.
respect. You know, maybe respect's on that gray. You know, that
For
line
sure.
of how it happened. But yeah, sometimes you have to realize being selfish at least once.
Yeah,
Sometimes, and of course, even that's you can do that in a positive way also. And it might work out for those other individuals too. Like, hey, what, maybe it wasn't right,
Yeah.
so.
sure.
It's
Never-
kind of like you take a low blow at us, so we're gonna strike back lower.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
until you make that move, I mean, just from the little bit we've got to know you and you've got to know us.
and you really like make us
yeah,
believe you.
I feel
and
like
trust you, and then
yeah,
you're literally using us for connections and all this. Like I'm not gonna do that no more, dude. I'm at the level, dude. I know I'm only 25 years old, and your age?
21. I'm
Man,
21.
Nobody deserves to be
So,
walked over, man.
but
It doesn't matter,
It's really just. I feel like we're what you see is what you get.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Until you provoke what you want to do, and I mean, we're not going to sit here and take it. We're not going to be a doormat for you. You aren't going to walk all over us. You're not going to do anything like that.
Just some guys from a small town, dude,
Yeah.
wearing dirty shoes. We'll go up to somewhere special. We're gonna have. We'll wear Under Armour, man. Salt Life. I don't care. I'm not in it for the show. I'm in it for the people.
Yeah. And that's gratification,
Yeah,
and especially, it really don't take much, for you to get to know how a person is.
Yeah.
And I think, the journey, like you was talking about earlier, it does, there's multiple paths.
Yeah.
And, hey, you can always walk over or them instead, you know what I mean? Like step
Yeah.
over, but I think, especially in the music industry, even that kind of separates aside because a lot of it's just business. You ever heard that one?
Oh yeah.
It's nothing personal. It's just business.
That's what it is.
Well, now, you got to think of it. Before, it might have not have been. It might have been you trying to mend the personal and the business. But, sometimes it can't be personal after business. So,
At the level we're at, dude.
yeah.
Like I'm burning bridges. Like, it's got to be that way because most people, from what we've done, they try to piggyback off of us. And it's kind of like, how would you clarify this?
Like people we've reached out to whenever we wasn't as as big as stuff is now around our town. It's you reach out to somebody, you're like, hey man, like let's get together, let's work on something, let's do something. And no, I don't want to do nothing with you. They'd sit there and they'd be real stand up. No, I don't know who you are, blah blah blah. And we go out and we do all these shows and we go out and we meet these people and we get connections, and now it's they're knocking on our door.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's a lot of
I'll do that song with you. I'll sit here and let's do that song. And we're like, no, we realize what happened.
Well, that's a level up. That's all that was. Y'all leveled up, and that kind of gets me into the next thing with inspirations. That, you know, kind of a drive from that does drive certain inspirations to even, you know, push forward into the music. Kind of getting back to, I know we was listening to intro, you know, from Bipolar earlier. We was talking a little bit about that before the show. Could you want to kind of let the listener know? Because I'd listened to a few different songs in there, and the variety, and I think you hit it right on the head with when I was trying to explain it. Where's your mindset when you go to those different kind of ideas with them songs?
It's kind of weird, man. Like, I start off at like a clean slate, like in my head, you know? And then one line, we start with one line and everything falls into place. With Bipolar, it was kind of like, you'd never know. Like, the next song's could be different. It could have a whole different vibe. It's just a whole bipolar. So the cover art, it's like my face split down with a zombie. So there's always two paths. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There is multiple paths too, but in my eyes, it was two paths.
Well, there is a wrong and a right way. That's really the only two. Yeah.
So where we're from, it's like, you know, you're supposed to
I like that split.
go to high school, you get a job, go to college, then you get a job, and then you're just living a life until we leave this earth, you know. And that half was my regular face, being where I'm from, like the face of where I'm from, you know. They're like, one half is the people telling me I need to go to college and do this and die, and then the other half is me knowing what I want to do with my life. And it's a bipolar mashup. Like, what are we going to do? Am I going to do what I want to do, or am I going to do what everybody tells me? Or I'm going to go against the grain. I'm going to be the one that stands out, and I'm going to live a life full of purpose.
I like
it.
Yeah, I like when you kind of and I don't want to sound like y'all at a younger age or anything, but
That's all good.
You know,
we open for knowledge.
yeah, making those decisions and standing true to it from the beginning. And we kind of was touching on that with multiple things outside earlier. From my standpoint, I'm not saying, you know, any reflective, you know, of my life can help at all, but I will say this, longevity is started at youth. So you have to be really, you know, keen on life and thinking positive and getting through things. And like I said, being passionate about and taking the reins early, it all that, it gives you a lot more time to see if that's for you or not.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, hey, where are you going to be in the next 5 years? Well, if I started this, if I like it, hopefully this, you know, or how many other things is I'm going to be drawn to, along those, and that's just in 5 years. Mm-hmm. So just imagine, like, let's say, for instance, I'm gonna say, you know, when you're 46, how you feeling, man? I mean, you got to feel great then too.
Wherever I'm at,
exactly.
I'm just gonna keep on going.
Yeah,
that's it, man. Like, you got to come to terms in this life. Like, you got to come to terms that this shit may not work out. You really have to, because if not, when it hits, it's gonna hit 10 times harder than it does. Who knows? You know, every artist has their prime. Like,
that's ambitions for life, man. You know, and bringing it to the music, I think that is an excellent outlet to express those emotions, get a point made across, and enjoy the ride also.
Yeah, you got to learn to enjoy the ride. You know, you ever heard the song by Billy Joel? Vienna. Vienna by Billy Joel. Vienna waits for you. Slow down, crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. You never heard that song? Y'all heard that song?
I don't know, man.
Man, if y'all are
Billy Joel,
people that
I know who Billy
this,
Joel is. Sorry, guys, y'all gonna roast me.
Y'all go listen to Vienna by Billy Joel. It's a beautiful song, and that really can speak from the artist's life.
Listen to it on the way home.
Yeah,
you know,
wherever I'm going. is where I'm gonna end up at, man. A lot of people don't know what their purpose is, but I believe that our purpose is what we do every day. Really.
That's destiny, right? That's how you would think of that. I mean, I I think that you are the driver of your car,
For sure.
but
I'm driving a caddy right now.
if you don't know, you know, if you don't know where you're going, you don't have a destination, but that doesn't mean that you're lost. So, I think that taking a lot of I guess, you know, flack, you know, especially if like, you know, in the music, you're going to hear a lot of it. It's going to be a lot of constructive criticism, hopefully by your peers. Hopefully it's not some hating ass shit, you know.
No, bro. Definitely not.
I mean, he'll tell you firsthand. There's something he comes out with, or he's got an idea and he shoots it to me. It's either, yeah, I think we can do something with that, or it's, please don't ever sing that again. Like, don't, no.
So they're not all winners, man.
I mean,
No,
sometimes, you know, you got to have, you got to really think. And sometimes I've been wrong. I'm like, man, I just don't know about that. Like, I don't know how that would fit. Like, I think there was a song or two on Bipolar. I'm just like, I don't know how that's going to fit the album. And he's like, well, I'm going to put them on there anyway. And I'll be damned if we don't have 34 people come up to us and their favorite song is one of those two songs. Like,
Yeah, TVs, man. We were talking about TVs.
Yeah, I like that song, man.
A lot of people, like, they love TVs, but me, that's my least favorite song.
me and him, I mean,
like, oh, God.
didn't I help you write that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we was sitting there, and we go in the studio, and we come back out, and we're like, we don't know how we really feel about that. And then like you come up and you're like, man, I like TV.
Yeah.
And we had a couple other people, man, I like that. I really like that style, because they're kind of used to that slower style, and we try to just do just a punchline.
And all the TV static and like the government warning, that was all from our heads. Like, we added that in there.
See, it's like hold on. From the intro of the song to this part right here, it kind of like and then it changes again a little bit too here in a few minutes. But I like how y'all didn't think that was gonna do well.
We didn't really care for it.
We just kind of needed something to throw out. So we
Yeah.
were looking through files, you know. We got 200 songs later looking
There it
at
is.
random files.
Yeah.
See, like how that it just kind of like you take all that other stuff out. That's like a club hit or something, man.
Oh, shout out Devin for the club hit.
Yeah.
Shake that
Shake
ass.
That Ass.
Yeah. That's
Shout out Big Nasty.
I mean, we took an East Coast vibe on that. We was driving up to Atlanta for the studio, and we was like, man, we're going to Atlanta. And he came up with the idea, and he's like, I want to do some Atlanta shit. And we're sitting there and we're talking, and we go up and
That's Scat Pack.
yeah.
That's
Was
a
that Scat Pack or was that Shake That Ass?
It was Scat Pack. Then we wrote both of those on the way up there because we knew we had to get work in.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes the best things come from pressure.
Yeah.
Real.
I think we wrote both of those songs in maybe 45 minutes, and we was just like, let's see what it sounds like, and we liked it, and we released both of
We
them.
actually recorded that in Lil Baby's studio up there.
Oh yeah, where
We made Drip Too Hard. And
Drip Too Hard with Gunna. They had the plaques on the walls with that. What was that studio called?
it was called a Loud House. Now it's just getting shot up, apparently.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What a turn of events.
Beware.
Definitely is a Loud House now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we go up there, you know, we got a lot of stuff coming. I don't know if y'all ever heard of like Made in Tokyo and 24 Hours, but I got a song coming with 24 Hours soon. You know, we just went up there, hung out with them. And
I don't think I've met any of those guys. I haven't been going on a lot of
Django
trips lately.
Skateboard
So
P. Uber everywhere.
I don't.
He was on the XXL freshman list like back in the day.
Oh, okay. All right.
Cool people.
Well, it sounds like you are willing to go the distance to get on the whatever. I mean, you said you did lots of research and you listened to these albums. You said, I mean, these beats for hours. It's just
I'm a
to pick it
nerd,
up.
dude. Like, I study the music. Like, I study how the game moves and everything. That's the only reason when we get together, we talk. I'm like, okay, I found this out. We got to do this, because I will sit in there and I will study how people move, and I'll just be like, okay, how did they do that and why did they do that? And then we'll take that and incorporate it into what we got going in our own way. And that's really where the magic happens. You know, it's all about being genuine. Like, that's like people don't know how I get in places. I mean, just being genuine, being ourselves. Like, we walk in a room and just we're just making people laugh. And then we're having a blast.
Just cutting a rug,
Yeah.
as I would like to say. We just,
Cutting a
you know,
rug.
yeah.
And you got to have that, because that atmosphere follows you. If you are in a negative atmosphere, then that's going to be where it's going to be always around you, because if that's, you know, but if no, you making, you just being genuine, people recognize that, and that lets them be a little bit, you know, more themselves too. And even with, you know, the songs on, you know, that's available on all that stuff, guys, on all of the platforms, it gives something for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that does come from, you know, being yourself. And I mean, dude, somebody can find a song that they can relate to, you know, and you're.
Yeah, for sure. We touch base on a lot of topics.
I was about to say, that's another reason all of the stuff that either goes through his mind or goes off my mind, you know, we sit there and it's whatever mood you're in, we like to pertain to everybody's mood, you know. So you're sitting there and you're on a late night car drive, you might listen to one of the slower songs like We Went Back or something like that.
And on We Went Back, we left a spot open. One of our friends that passed away, she wanted to be on the song.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, Savannah. She deserves credit too. She was a big supporter. Like during, like when we started really getting motion, you know, we left it open for her because she was originally going to be on a remix and I was going to put it out, you know, her first song ever. We left it open. We left a part open on it for that specific reason.
Yeah, so that's another reason it doesn't sound quite finished towards the end, is because it was supposed to be like a duet kind of song.
Mm-hmm.
And we just never really, unfortunately, how everything played out.
I mean, that's honorable in itself, you know.
Yep.
Hell, I mean, that's at least it's acknowledged through that, and that gives it a different layer to the song,
Yep.
if you know the meaning.
Yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of hidden meanings in a lot of songs.
Oh, yeah. And then some of them were just really drunk at 3 o'clock in the morning, and we write something.
You get a bottle of Old Jack or some Grey Goose, and you never know what comes out, you know?
you go.
Dude, I don't remember recording half the songs on the album because we party a lot, you know? We
definitely used to when the album came out.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
like
bad.
we're kind of slowed down now, more
Yeah.
focused on like, you know, promotion, doing, traveling, actually getting work in. But the party life, man, nothing's gonna do. Oh, God.
Be cutting a rug tomorrow night too.
I'm telling you.
What y'all doing tomorrow?
His birthday was the 30th of last month,
Mm-hmm.
and with the way his schedule is, we plan to do it this coming up Saturday. So hopefully a little bit of a banger going out there.
Oh, y'all gonna have some music going? Wait,
I really don't know. They
mean-
planned it.
oh, y'all going to party? Y'all going to party?
Oh yeah, we're gonna cut a rug in
sounds
the
fun.
woods. That's how we do it around there. Just
We like ended up barefoot.
I don't know
They
about
get that
that.
tour. End up barefoot.
You gotta have something on the feet
Yeah,
in the woods, man.
what they say, Trailer Park Boys, hamburger liquor party, or
Cheeseburger liquor party. Yeah,
cheeseburger liquor party.
I have cheeseburger liquor party in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We could take a quick break. I mean, we got one concurrent viewer who's out there.
I ain't gonna lie, my ass is killing.
We're gonna do a little stand up right quick.
yeah.
Pushing for the cushion, cuz.
Yeah. Double wide hips need a break.
Childbearing hips.
Yeah, childbirth and childbearing, same
I
thing.
think we're gonna take a quick few minutes to stand up, get a stretch in, and
Shout out
Randall.
Shout out Randall.
From Los
Yes.
Angeles.
Shout out Randall for this song.
Got a plaque for this song.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's definitely one. I thought it was gonna. I totally didn't expect it throughout the song, like literally. And I was like, hold on, this is really unique.
Yeah.
That's a really good song. That's is that the newest one? No, that's
Actually the first professionally done one.
That was
off Bipolar. Yeah.
Yep. It's the first song we ever really went and like I mean, we all in, all out, you know, kind of guys.
I wrote it. We
went to LA.
partially in Alaska, and then we finished it off in the hotel room right before we went.
Yep.
We are going to get into that latest release too. So let's go take us a break. Let's go see what's going on.
Oh, I know he's coming now for the latest release.
All of the chances we had to make this shit good, where did it go bad? This life is so precious, but damn, it goes fast. Thought about you the other day, you come around, only thing you do is hate, and I can't go, cause I know it's cold case, and I know it's cold case, and I know it's cold case, and I know it's cold case. Back and forth, it's the same game. I just been thinking about shit, it's a rampage. I need a change, I ain't like the rest. Told you once, told you twice, take a chance to roll the dice. You took my heart to my rights for too many nights. Done playing nice like a rope I'm about to spline. Got me tied up in my mind. With or without you, I'm gonna shake back. Thinking about all of the chances we had to make this shit good, where did it go bad? This life is so precious, but damn, it goes fast. Thought about you the other day, you come around, only thing you do is hate, and I can't go, cause I know it's cold case, and I know it's cold case, and I know it's cold case, and I know it's cold case.
Give a fuck about a bitch. Green and blue strips, yeah, they be mixed. Mirrors, they really don't fit. Pour up foreign Sprite, yeah, be mixed. Look at my diamonds, they hit. When they see me, yeah, they think I'm a lick. Why you still selling nicks? Baby biting on my V-long fit. I never change on my dog. I never change on my dog. Baby come over, she getting our dog. I'm breaking them down. Ooh, they really gon' hate me now. I'm breaking them down. Spin the profit, I'ma Gucci me down.
That little bitch gon' double me down. I'm like triple sec mixed with a little crown. I come from the south, I'll punch you in the mouth. Getting straight to the money, gotta make my round. See, I had it all, then I lost it all. Took a chance, now I got it, dog. Slanging Adderall, date the halls. Got me plugged in like a Microsoft. I'm standing tall, you about to fall. You won't have gone, just made the call. Never gonna shake, never gonna fall off. Man, I creep around the corner with a fucking sawed off. See, I had your chance, now I got it. Pouring foes just like I'm Gotti. Back to the basics, we ain't robbing. Bass turned up, their heads all by. Let's go.
Give a fuck about a bitch. Green and blue strips, yeah, they be mixed. Mirrors, they really don't fit. Pour up foreign Sprite, yeah, be mixed. Look at my diamonds, they hit. When they see me, yeah, they think I'm a lick. Why you still selling nicks? Baby biting on my V-long fit. I never change on my dog. I never change on my dog. Baby come over, she getting our dog. I'm breaking them down. Ooh, they really gon' hate me now. I'm breaking them down. Spin the profit, I'ma Gucci me down.
Let me turn up this time. Bitch is gonna run up a dime, but it's not mine this time. Diamonds, they don't need no shine. Pull up in the car like vet in line. See, I tried to tell them this ain't no game. Risk costs twice as your fortune and fame. She gripping it right and she give a good brain. I'm flipping these houses, I'm stuck in this game. See, I made a way and I made a change. Old homies, they never change. No reception, they out of range. Coming straight out of motherfucking need case. Keep a ratchet on me like I'm fixing on the sink. Going faster than a motherfucking mirror out of blink. I'ma turn these tables, let the period sing. I'm counting this money, ain't none but a thing. Let's go.
Give a fuck about a bitch. Green and blue strips, yeah, they be mixed. Mirrors, they really don't fit. Pour up foreign Sprite, yeah, be mixed. Look at my diamonds, they hit. When they see me, yeah, they think I'm a lick. Why you still selling nicks? Baby biting on my V-long fit. I never change on my dog. I never change on my dog. Baby come over, she getting our dog. I'm burning them down. Ooh, baby, they gon' hate me now. I'm burning them down. Spin the profit, I'ma Gucci me down.
I ain't found love in a minute. Lately I've been living, I just wanna stay to myself. Hey, yeah, don't know what I've been feeling. Trauma is the dealing. People saying that they love me, but you know that I can feel it. But now it's changed so much. I'm digging in my head, am I better off dead? Yeah. Forget what you said, text message left unread. Misguided, misled, this is not your homestead. Girl, you got me going round and round and round and round till I hit the ground. Fucking with you, gonna lose on my cool. Feels like I lost more I ever found. Got the shots with the crown badge, where I used to have the crystals from a dime bag. I see the signs, fuck a red flag. I'm racing through this life, God's gonna wear the checker flag. Made this shit look easy, tell me what's the meaning. Why you even gotta do me this way? I can't help this feeling. You'll be gone by this evening. I ain't found love in a minute. Lately I've been living, I just wanna stay to myself. Hey, yeah. Don't know what I've been feeling. Trauma is the dealing. People saying that they love me, but you know that I can feel it. But now it's changed so much. I'm digging in my head, am I better off dead? Forget what you said, text message left on red. Misguided, misled, this is not your homestead. Being in my bed too much. Copped a Rari, that's a new clutch. 3-5 in the blunt, double Dutch. Last one broke my heart, now it's no love. Had me in my feelings, had me fucked up. Now you tryna hit me up. Got me standing here, jaded, faded, always drinking. Tell me what you think. Now I ain't got a clue. Tell me what you gon' do. Go ahead and bite the bullet, girl, it's all on you. I ain't found love in a minute. Lately I've been living, I just wanna stay to myself. Hey, yeah. Don't know what I've been feeling. Trauma is the dealing. People saying that they love me, but you know that I can feel it. But now it's changed so much. I'm digging in my head, am I better off dead? Forget what you said, text message left on red. Misguided, misled, this is not your homestead. Got me no love. Trouble skies are brewing up, we move too fast. Living life in the fast lane, I hope I don't crash. I'll be okay, we've been here before. Got me thinking that I love you, but I know it won't last. Yeah, bad little blondie with a heart of glass, hoping it don't shatter. Been there before. So please, show some sympathy. If you really care for me, then where are you now? I'm stuck on just one thing. If you really care for me, just leave me here alone. La la da 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 da. Left out in the cold, the season switched so fast. I know it's worth it in the end, the hard times gon' pass. Trying to climb that ladder, I just wanna be more. Cooped up in this house, you know it's on my brain. I don't need a life shackle, steady living in shame. Feel like nothing matters, rock bottom below. Dreams mixed with memories, I pour them down the sink. I overdid it now. See what's on my face. I smoke them by the case. My lungs are filthy now. It's time to make changes. I'm tired of feeling this way. You got me feeling anxious, but I'ma stay in my place. And I ain't saying everywhere I go, I'm on the road. Just roll one, baby, let's take it slow. I ain't slowing down no more, bitch, I'm on the road. Now I'm wondering, where did you go? Whoa, whoa, take it slow. I'm right here, no place to go. It's 3 in the morning, let's make a show. Take me back to when I ain't have to worry. All these thoughts in my head, yeah, they get blurry. Why you pack your shit all in a hurry? Selfish ass bitch, man, can't you tell I'm hurting? Oh, no. It's time to make changes. I'm tired of feeling this way. You got me feeling anxious, but I'ma stay in my place. And I ain't saying everywhere I go, I'm on the road. Just roll one, baby, let's take it slow. I ain't slowing down no more, bitch, I'm on the road. Now I'm wondering, where did you go? Guess you finally had enough. I'm a diamond in the rough. I could've left you, but I ain't that tough. No, I ain't that tough. Staring at these 4 walls, no ceilings. From now it's so stone cold, man, it's full of feelings. Love's a hell of a drug without no dealings. I had to plead guilty, cool, talking no appealings. Had this shit before my time. Can't knock me off, I'm stuck on my grind. Just counted all these pictures, a waste of time. It's time to make changes. I'm tired of feeling this way. You got me feeling anxious, but I'ma stay in my place. And I ain't saying everywhere I go, I'm on the road. Just roll one, baby, let's take it slow. I ain't slowing down no more, bitch, I'm on the road. Now I'm wondering, where did you go? Some say love is a fairy tale, it don't even feel right. My heart stays up, it can't sleep, shining like a nightlight. Don't know why you're here, baby, tell me why you're here, baby. I'm jumping off the rib, baby, I know it don't feel right. Tell me what you got to say. Today I ain't playing your games anymore. I got too damn close, and I got too damn close. Oh no, I got too close, I guess I just gotta go. Tell me how it feel when you shine in the limelight. Liquor make me crazy, go dark in the nighttime. But it's alright, cause you all mine, in my own mind, you're a gold mine. Can't seem to find you anymore lately. What's been in my bottle got me going crazy. Can't seem to tell you what I heard through the grapevine. Shawty really throwing shots from the half line. Got me feeling all this poison in my bloodline. But it's alright, yeah, it's alright. Got all this money, know how to code. Bunch of trap bitches in the house doing yo. Had to pass my ways, green light on go. What they say? Some say love is a fairy tale, it don't even feel right. My heart stays up, it can't sleep, shining like a nightlight. Don't know why you're here, baby, tell me why you're here, baby. I'm jumping on the rib, baby, I know it don't feel right. Tell me what you got to say. Today I ain't playing your games anymore. I got too damn close, and I got too damn close. Oh no, I got too close, I guess I just gotta go. Yo. baby. Got me going crazy. Let go, let go.
Yeah, go ahead, turn me a little bit. Pull me up. I know you see me rolling through your city, drop a couple pounds on your head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves me plenty now. When she see me, she be like, oh, Lord, goddamn. Yeah, 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 yeah. Diamonds with the liquor, I be talking a lot of shit. A bitch gon' call me, I say hit me tomorrow. Folks be asking for shit, but I ain't got nothing to borrow. To borrow. Left me in the cold, I swear to God it was hurting. The paparazzi flashing, cut the camera is blurry. I know we gon' make it for sure, I'm certain. For certain. Tell me then you leave me even though I'm the one. And all the times you really needed me, you know I'm the one. I can't keep chasing you no more, no more. I know you see me rolling through your city, drop a couple bands on your head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves me plenty now. When she sees me, she be like, oh, Lord, goddamn. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. We gonna hit 200 in this damn coupe. Told your friends I can make some room. Hear that engine, they go vroom, vroom. Put all my fucking diamonds in my damn tune. 250 on a Prada bag. One more else could I want. Wish you'd be proud of that. But you want you selling wrong. Go ahead and cut my check. Make sure this boat on the phone. Just let me pop my shit. Cause I can get what I want. I feel like Kendrick with a swimming pool of liquor. Let me dive in. Made hella guapa for the intro. We were wide, bitch. Hella independent. Bentley coupe without consignment. I swerve and been around off for the Jaeger. Now we vibe. Now we rolling, 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 rolling. Might take out a bench tonight. The money keep on rolling, 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 rolling. My pockets look hella tight. I know you see me rolling through your city, drop a couple bands on your head. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She loves me plenty now. When she sees me, she be like, oh, Lord, goddamn. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah.
Let go, let go, let go.
In the kitchen, and it's tasty.
No bags on the back of the scat pad, pulling in matte black toe tags for the road rage. Told them we never running, gonna fall flat. Cause my arm more bigger than the packs in the drill pack, speaking on blank states. I fly across all 50 states. Had to focus on my clarity, no pills, it's a piece of cake. I've been counting all this money, call me Pillsbury dough. That's your bitch right there, watch me open the door to bigger things. My ideas packed into a small envelope. Took your bitch on one date, now she wanna elope. I'm a diamond in the work, you can't touch my art. Two pussies in the room, I can tell them apart. I cut my feature price in half, you can tell I got heart. My bank account fried up crispy like that big golden arch. I'm saying misery needs company, then why am I alone? My haters steady hating, but they bumping on my songs. Hanging by a strand like your favorite bitch's thong. I wake up, go hard, morning wood, man, you can tell I'm in my zone.
Just ice out another rollie, I got too much time to kill. I'ma double back on all my haters with a diamond grip. Man, they talk too much and I'm gon' shut up, let that eye appear. Man, police flipped up the car and still they could not find a pill. By this Louis luggage look like I just came from signing this, still independent. Tinted out the sea, ain't so dark you can tell who riding in it. Yeah, I ran up that check so much, can tell it's a pandemic. I just made me 60,000, 60 minutes. I'm as greedy as they come, I put some diamonds on my tongue. Every time I talk, I make a check, this road don't need no ones. That's just compensation for all of this hate I overcome. Homie tried to shoot a shot and miss, we leave him on one.
I'm a diamond in the work, you can't touch my art. Two pussies in the room, I can tell them apart. I cut my feature price in half, you can tell I got heart. heart. My bank account fried up crispy like that big golden arch. I'm saying misery needs company, then why am I alone? My haters steady hating, but they bumping on my songs. Hanging by a strand like your favorite bitch's thong. I wake up, go hard, morning wood. Man, you can tell I'm in my zone. They cripple balance like it's fourth and go. You know it's all cap. I make you question, yo, my frame. Upside down, handicap. I spend advances on my watch. Please don't do no fucking talking. I be judging in this court, counting cash. Charles Barkley. Pull up in a sprinter, you know I'm not a jogger. Make them hop up like the rabbit. Ain't talking about no Roger. Blick caffeine with the fiends. Coffee table like a throne. B2 cases, old faces. They all left me home alone. I'm a diamond in the work, you can't touch my art. Two pussies in the room, I can tell them apart. I cut my feature price in half, you can tell I got heart. My bank account fried up crispy like that big golden arch. I'm saying misery needs company, then why am I alone? My haters steady hating, but they bumping on my songs. Hanging by a strand like your favorite bitch's thong. I wake up, go hard, morning wood. Man, you can tell I'm in my zone. Fever dreams, I'm waking up in cold sweats, I'm dying. On pillow taught me, baby, say you let me know you're lying. Could just drop the boss, say fuck it all, but I've been trying. And talking sheep and people, I so hell nah, I ain't buying. Sleep deprivation really gets me in the AM. Been busting my ass, working from sun up to the PM. Hoping I can find some peace off whiskey in my REM. I'm hoping I can find some fucking peace off of my REM. I'm tired of it all, you wonder why you're alone. When you really need somebody, who the fuck you gon' call? And I ain't got no friends, weather these storms all alone. Sometimes I swear to God, I got no fucking family at all. You don't love me like you did, you don't love me like you did. Now I gotta love you like you did, love you like you did. Fever dreams, I'm waking up in cold sweats, I'm dying. On pillow taught me, baby, say you let me know you're lying. Could just drop the boss, say fuck it all, but I've been trying. And talking sheep and people, I so hell nah, I ain't buying. I tried to see the best in you, and that's what really did me in. Supposed to bank on me, but you was counting dividends. My worst depressions, gotta stand the fuck up, realize who I am, and keep on knocking at my door, no way I'll let you in. Now tell me it's cool, and like we got nothing to lose. You aim to break me down, I can't recover all these screws. Just getting lost in thoughts, and all this shit is cause of you. I try to see your side, but it's a shitty point of view. I'm tired of it all, you wonder why you're alone. And when you really need somebody, who the fuck you gon' call? And I ain't got no friends, weather these storms all alone. Sometimes I swear to God, I got no fucking family at all. Fever dreams, I'm waking up in cold sweats, I'm dying. On pillow taught me, baby, say you let me know you're lying. Could just drop the boss, say fuck it all, but I've been trying. And talking sheep and people, I so hell nah, I ain't buying. You don't love me like you did, you don't love me like you did. Now I gotta love you like you did, love you like you did. Died too young. All blues what I thought. Jimmy Choo's going down. I'm on the top and I'm on a race and I wanna stop. Been dodging the cops, talking to town like the cream of the crowd. Busting it down like Franklin. Let's toast to the bullshit famous. My hometown is what made me. You know I gotta stay dangerous, gotta stay dangerous. I can't die too young. It's so hard out here on my own. Blowing green on blues, what I thought. Now I'm in too deep, oh no. Yeah, listen to me, what I gotta say. She gon' up and leave just any day.
We back.
Keep the pace the same where I'm from, all they know is shaking bait. Tried helping with a helping hand. Guess God always has a different plan. Watch my homie die off of bars ends. Held down the drain like some quicksand. Let's pray. Now I can't die too young. You know it's hard on my own. Been wandering, trying to find a home, and this place is so cold. Yeah, this place is so cold. Yeah. Monogram been on my skin. You ain't folk, can't claim you can. Ripping on your chest just like a dab pen. Ain't that a sin? Yeah. Post traumatic got me feeling jaded. Early bird, then why you always late? I can't see nobody standing in my way. I got my own demons that I gotta face. I'm on the top and I'm on a race, and I wanna stop. Been dodging the cops.
Hearing me for sure. What's up? Yeah, I'm gonna do me a little solo cam for a second. Yeah, we're here with Big Hoss and CAIN Valentino premiere. He's premiering, always shining. Yeah, I got the little solo cam. I just want to thank everybody somewhere, if you're there, out there, for tuning in and listening and showing support. Let me go to this other cam right here to these guys, and I'm gonna be right here. I want to thank you two for supporting and showing love, bro. That was a cool little break. I know y'all had to stretch your legs a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a smog, and yes, I am gassed.
It's really a surprise that we're not drinking anything right now, honestly.
What do y'all usually drink?
Oh, Bud Heavies. Bud Heavies.
Full flavor?
Yeah. Just a lot of people call them head knockers, but Bud Heavies, or he likes Jack Honey. I like Grey Goose if we're drinking liquor. Like if it's wintertime, we around a fire, So Grey
Seasonal
Goose.
changes.
Little cranberry vodka.
Yeah, a little cran.
Vodka crayons.
Really just kind of goes with the season and
I like
where the
Jack and
vibe
water.
is.
Jack and water's my thing, man. That's my go-to.
That used to be mine too.
Wake up hydrated.
Yeah, I think it was about the same age as you when I was talking that same shit. I had to stop drinking because I liked it. I mean, I still have a beer or two every once in a while, but I think I had like 4 this year so far. So.
Oh man. I had 2 on the way here. So, yeah.
But no, I do want to thank y'all. And I know this is the second part of the show. Kind of getting into it. We was going to kind of touch in it before we went to the break. Just want to make sure that I get you down good, bro. So go ahead. Tell us about Party's Gotta End, man.
Shoot him with it.
Man, I mean,
I kind of told you kind of how I felt, and you can elaborate a little bit on it after you spill the beans about it.
It's back to what we were talking about, honestly, earlier. How every artist has like their span and giving up and etc. That was probably wrote at the time where I was in that headspace, feeling like that song and the 2018 song kind of correlate with each other.
Okay.
Like they roll off of each other. You can definitely tell when I've been at my lowest because everything that's said in the music is true. Genuine about it. And 2018 and that really is probably the lowest points in my career.
And both of those songs do stand out.
Yeah. I'm known for making music talking about the darker side of things,
We've got a lot of feedback on 2018 and Party's Gotta End though, and a lot of people are saying that they want more punchliney, hard, just kind of rap
music
type of music. But we really enjoy sitting down and writing what really goes on through both of our heads.
Every day's not a rap.
Right. Every day's not like, let's get some money, let's do some things, So, and also with the Bipolar album, what I was going to say earlier was we're trying to figure out an audience, but the more we release, the more people, hey, I really like this or I like this, and we're getting equal on all of it. So it's really hard to decide what we're gonna go with. So we're just gonna keep releasing whatever comes to the mind, you know.
Yeah.
And
You know, when you're happy, you enjoy the music, but when you're sad, you understand the lyrics.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty deep.
It is. You know, I've always stood by that, and as long as I can make somebody's day, don't matter if it's thousands or one person. As long as I make them feel like somebody, I'm okay with it.
And making it relatable, that let's just say the one song that you know that really hits home for you, it could be enjoyable the next time around, especially if it hits home, and heart. I mean, I think I was clacking that shit all day. I had to get around to it, man. I just because it seemed like it was it was leaving me on edge, and that's Party's Gotta End. It was like I couldn't stop listening to it.
Yeah.
And it's not that. It's not that that ongoing rap beat. You're not doing anything. You're not. It's not nothing. Not a floss. It's more like an expression instead of it. Seeing the world through different eyes. And being able to make that connection musically. I think I and YFW said it in the last episode. I think that's what separates artists from just people that either try to trend or make their people is not living lavish 24/7 365, even the lavish people.
Yeah.
100%.
And you can't make a persona of that, to where it's every time.
Yep.
And I think bringing it down to earth and being relatable with the people that isn't, I mean, and not saying, any of those music that I've heard y'all or any, one in particular, but you can get lost in that, into a mainstream. You can get lost into, everybody's doing the same thing or
Lost in the sauce.
Yeah, and
Gucci said it best.
And you can't, and there's no way that you can. It's impossible to live some of those songs, man, daily.
Right.
I mean,
and that's it. I mean, that's how I gotta feel. And bringing it, like I said, bringing it down to earth makes me feel. And listening to that, and even we explained in the Bipolar album, and it kind of fits that. I like how those collabs and those collections run together with cohesiveness, even though it is, some happy, some club bangers, some deep, expressive shit, man. I mean, shit, get it out.
And like as an artist, like me personally, I feel everything. So I take everything, I feel it personally. I feel so much deeply. It's like, it's more than the outer surface.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel everything, every experience in my life. I feel it. And that's where most of the songs can come from. One little bad thing could actually make me feel very terrible. And things have happened to him too in the past. And we just bring our ideas together and we make an outlet for other people to enjoy.
I can imagine y'all partying and enjoying that quiet time of the music. It might be that time of the day where, hey, we kicking back and, and I like that idea with, with writing with that in mind, to just write about exactly, and how you're feeling instead of what you're seeing, and you can write a song with your eyes closed, man.
I appreciate that too. I really do appreciate it. I try.
I mean, going back to the Party's Gotta End, I can't tell you how many parties me and this dude here, we're sitting in a lawn chair and we just see people rolling out. Like, we watch them roll in, we watch them roll out, and they leave. And at the end of the night, it's just me and him in this chair, and we're sitting there. And I really think that's where the idea came from for the song Party's Gotta End, because we're sitting here and we're like, well, sometimes at some time we're gonna have to go inside. We're gonna have to shut all this out, and that's just That's another way of
had to start over. Yeah,
right. That's another way of interpreting the song that we put out. Not only deep meanings and stuff like that, but sometimes it's just you sit there and you enjoy, you brainstorm.
Connection, like
right.
connection to taking everything when we talked about. You're an antenna, and like he's saying, most of the people that are there that are in and out are only there for the highs. They don't want to see. They don't want to ever put in work and help. They're only there to reap the rewards. And it's hard, but you got to treat it like we were talking about a while ago. You got to treat it. You got to cut people that don't do their role.
To me, the lows. That's where it comes from sometimes, man. And sticking it out with your fucking people. That ain't a low time. That's just hey, I need a helping hand or a shoulder to lean. And if, like I said, if it's your rounds, bro, and like. The realness, nothing will, stand in that way. But of course, and it goes back to that, cutting people.
Beauty behind the madness.
Yeah. And you just got to get it done, lows or highs. And happy music, sad music. But it doesn't really have to be categorized as that. It's just, hey, music's supposed to come from the heart, no cookie cutter shit, bro.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they really search for motivation, but if you don't have discipline with your motivation's eventually going to burn out.
To me, I don't think there is motivation before inspiration. And the motivation to be inspired to be motivated is huge.
Yeah.
Because you have to be motivated to move to the next step, but you also have to be a correlation of yourself. You have to feel like you can do it. And in bringing that positivity can be a sad song or a deep song or a dark song. I mean, that's a way to get. That's a vent, bro. I mean, it make you feel better. Next thing, boom, it's a banger. Musically. The next one, it's a little more, I don't know, man. I'm just really impressed by, and no, I'm not riding, guys. Check the fucking dude out, CAIN Valentino.
We really appreciate the feedback, the amount of things you have to say also about the song, whether, like a lot of people we ask, they're just like, oh, it's good. I like it. It's catchy. And we're just kind of like, oh, give us a little more. And
well, I can honestly say,
oh God, yeah,
this song is not catchy unless you listen to it. You're gonna have to listen to this mother. You're like, okay, that had me right there, right? So I was like,
it's mostly about growing up too.
You have to enjoy the simplicity of it, and I mentioned that outside. It's if you don't listen to it, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna hear the music because most people's gonna expect it to right here. But like, hey, it should. This is the perfect placement, like how you was saying earlier, for future albums and stuff like that.
It's definitely Fever Dreams. End of the album for Fever Dreams.
Yeah, the album's name is Fever Dreams.
So
because it's like a stale moment in your life where it's a fever dream, man. You're waking up, you're doing the same thing every day, and you get stuck in this loop. But when is the party gonna end, man? The party could be what you're feeling inside, correlated to a party. It's all music's such a different. Everybody perceives it different,
right?
And that's the beautiful thing about it.
Like listening to it, it's like, okay, that was the first acknowledgement that the party's got to end. And now you're looking around at the rest of who's left.
Yeah.
And then
most definitely.
Yeah, that's really tight.
It's all on how you're gonna interpret it. It's whether you have a woman or a man in your life that's came or went. Like that party, that high is if it ended, it's everything is gonna come to that point, and it's just gonna. Everything will look up at some point. And the music video idea we have behind this is just, endless. And we hope soon we get to shoot that. We have a couple of guys we're pointing out to right now. And just ideas on ideas. So hopefully we can make this song come to life with that, you know, with a music video. So I really hope people would, you know, enjoy that and see how that's going to turn out.
You know, to kind of this is a little lengthier song than some of the other ones also.
Yeah.
And I think that does uphold the range that you and there. It's not a beat down the whole song, man.
Right.
It hits right where it needs to, and
Straight to the point.
It really takes you, you know, to the end of it. So good job on that for sure. I do feel that you know, the outlet, like you was talking about, no matter what's going on, you can feel that in a lot of those songs. And I kind of like mentioned something like, and I don't want to say like hip hop or anything, but I like how it's hip hop, it's rap, it's you, with a southern flair of its own cachet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how you focus around the instrument parts of the music itself. It's like going with the melody instead of just going with the beat. You know, a fire beat can be dissected and, you know, made to order, I guess, if that's how you want to put it. So yeah, we're still live, guys. You don't start falling asleep now, man. What's up? I thought the party ain't in it yet, has it?
Yeah, right.
Dude,
I've been
telling you.
One of my favorite songs that he has released is 2018. If somebody comes up to me and says, CAIN Valentino, give me one song to listen to, I either like it or I don't, I'm gonna tell them 2018 every time. It's either 2018 or Intro, and it's just based on the purpose.
Intro is definitely sick.
Yeah, a lot of people like Intro because it's just like a, you know, it's a rap song. You know, you're just like party, party, party. But if you really like music and you can interpret music, 2018 is the song to listen to. And whenever we piggybacked off of each other on that one, you know, he came to me and he's like, I got an idea for this song. And believe it or not, it was one of the ones like I was talking about that I kind of was just like, man, I don't know about that. And he goes and records it and sends it to me. And I was like, that is the best thing I've ever heard come out of you. Like,
Never doubt yourself.
Yeah. That was just, and even him saying, you know what, man, piss off. I'm going to record this anyway, you know? And I'm very thankful that you did, you know? And
just that feeling you get, you know, about certain ones you make.
Right. And gosh.
Well, it definitely, that's it. That is a very good song. And you have a few other songs throughout your catalog that kind of touch on that same kind of away from the rap beat or the club kind of vibe, you know. And I think that shows a wide range of, you know, what you actually can do, you know, writing.
We have country music too.
Oh yeah, we're working on some country right now, and you can call it the hiccup, I guess you could say. I wouldn't really call it that because it's still, you know, it's like that
swamp pop.
Yeah, swamp pop. We got some of that, you know. We're in Louisiana right now, so it's just we like to try everything.
Well, I'm gonna try to play some riffs for y'all after the show. So I'm
most
gonna
definitely.
See if we can come up with because I'm from the dirt, bro. I'm like right there, swampland. Just, you know, Louisiana, and feeling that kind of, and it trends out. You know, it's the whole Gulf South. You know, it's not just Louisiana or Mississippi, and I like how, especially now, I guess post or after COVID or whatever, a lot of artists. There's a lot of artists trying. I give it that, you know, and aside from the artists that think they've already made it, you know, and
yeah, for sure.
you know, the ones that are trying to just put out what they love or what they want to put out, you know, whether it's, you know, famous or not or whatever. I think bar none, I have to say the Gulf South is taking the cake, because I've been down to St. Pete and Tampa area too, at Mobile, Pensacola, Gulfport, Biloxi, even in inland some more, like Hattiesburg and Jackson and Birmingham and Atlanta. You know, going up, dude. It's got its own ranges of different, you know, genres of music for sure. They show at Zeitgeist. That was actually a pretty original thing for the area, because there's not a lot of shows like that.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, most
with
people
kind of a bill, or, you know, that's going around like that. Not as of recent, you know. But
I'm used to people like going to the House of Blues.
mm-hmm.
You know, that's like a, you know, most bigger people usually tend to lean towards that when they go on tours. The House of Blues, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, just far as like an underground kind of scene.
Underground, we're on the outside.
Yeah.
And, you know, once like the industry doesn't really let people in anymore, it's all about who you know for the most part. I can make a hit song right now and put it out, but I guarantee you, like, you know, like we were talking about on TikTok, you'll get stuck in the 200 view jail. That's what I call it. It could be the best song, dude. That could, like, you know, you got Sexy Red nowadays, like, shake that ass for Drake. Like, bro, I can make something meaningful and put it out like that, you know, but like, it's hard. Like, you really got to push it, and people really like don't understand. It's like we were talking about a while ago, the people that text me and they're like, how are you doing this and all this? I'm like, man, like, y'all don't see all the work I really put in.
Well, I can say this, like, and I'm a kind of elaborate a little bit on the hip hop rap scene, from what I see, you know, doing the little concerts and stuff that I go to. I try to go to everything that I can possibly go to genre wise. I haven't been to no country shows. I would like to go, but I want to have a I want it to be an original. That's what I'd love. That's what I want to go see. You know, local, underground, somebody with some pizzazz when it comes to, I guess, what I would classify as country. I don't know.
You would most definitely need to start checking out just dive bars. Just, I'm talking
in our area. We got,
like, yeah, there's not going to be a lot of people like coming around for, oh, these people are singing. You just got to go to a dive bar where the guy's singing at for country, because, and I really think country is probably one of the hardest genres to make it in. It would either be country or rock.
It's one of the hardest fucking genres to write too.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, like if you said, hey, pick some country, it's going to sound like rock and roll. You know what I mean? Because that's about as it could. But I try to get involved with all of it, you know, and I've kind of forgot where I was going with that, guys.
Oh, my bad. I probably distracted you on that one.
We got a lot of local artists though. Yeah. You got like Taylor Heffron.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
How's y'all know other artists in y'all's area, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You got David Pixley.
I don't think I know him.
Oh, David, he's good. Got a good raw voice, Chris Stapleton type vibe. You know.
Okay.
Got him, Taylor Heffron, Cody Seal. I'm trying to think if I left anybody out.
Those two are usually together,
My
right?
cousin Shay Michaels.
Yeah.
Matt, you got.
And these
Keith
guys are
Lee.
grinding. They're doing it.
Yeah.
They're just out here like anywhere they can, you know, and that's what you got to do.
That's where I was going with this. If you have, let's say you're doing the shows, right? And I see this sort of in the hip hop. That's where I was going with the hip hop rap kind of thing. I don't see a lot of people or a lot of artists like that going and doing shows elsewhere like you would if it was a rock band or a country band or something. You see what I'm saying?
They don't know the business.
Well, I see them doing shows at places, but you know, and that helps tremendously, even if it's only like 10 people a pop. Let's just say worst case scenario, right? Dude, if you do 10 stops, that's 100 people, man.
Yeah.
And that don't sound like much, but dude, there's and getting back to like the 200 view thing, right?
Yeah.
There's millions of people on TikTok. Why are you getting 200 views?
So It's all about algorithm based, you know.
Well, yeah, of course it is. You know that behind it, but you can reach that. Just going to kick out, and you probably could sell some merch.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And if you don't go out there and do that, and I see, I'll go. You go. Do you? You know what I'm saying?
Go random places, man. like,
Exactly.
Where I can.
And but some people, and some people, I give, they'll try, but I think saturate yourself in your own area, but not throwing realistic shows. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. It has to be like you said. It's a business at some point. Just throwing it just to like a party. It might be a party, but I mean, was it positive, and how many of those you got in you? And you can't. You have to get out there and bring your music to them sometimes, because, like I said, you can get 200 views in person.
Yeah, for sure.
And make some money off of, like, instead of just, because you ain't make no money off no views. You got to get zillions of those fucking things.
Mm-hmm. Streaming is really not it no more,
And me seeing like how the rock bands do it, man, them jokers, every chance they fucking get. A lot of bands that I know, they'll shoot over, they'll go to Houston, Jackson, Birmingham, make a loop.
It's hard to, you got the difference between listeners and fans.
Yeah.
Getting people to stick to your brand and like what you represent. See, a lot of artists don't have a brand and what they stand behind.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of put out music. But okay, so if you find this guy and you really like his song, you really love his song, but then you go to look for him somewhere and he don't have a landing pad. I call it the landing pad.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a landing pad full of like, you have a back catalog, you have all these blogs and media, it'll really help a person get more invested into your brand, because they can see more of you instead of somebody, you could start off, make an amazing song. Then when they go look for you and they can't find nothing, they'll listen to your song a little bit more, then you'll be forgotten about most likely. It's like a 50-50 chance,
Yeah, like you missed. You swung and missed.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We've done that from the beginning. But that's when we changed and got everything in line. That's when things really started changing about 2 years ago.
It's all about that plan, man. I mean, even though the direction is uncertain at the end, it's always good to have a plan while you're walking. Mm-hmm. And I think that, especially through music and getting the word out there and all, it takes fucking hard work. Mm-hmm. Don't fucking matter. I mean, it could take finances too, but there's ways around that if you're really determined.
Yeah, most people don't really invest in themselves, man. Like, that's the key to it. And I've, before I do what I do now with music, I used to be a merchant seaman, and I worked around the world. I literally would go work months at a time, come home and dump everything I had into it to give myself a starting basis.
Yeah.
Most people don't see that. Every day for 60 to 70 days alone, man. Every day sitting in there just like, oh, God, like I want to be home, but I know I got to do this. You got to do what people don't want to do, but know what they have to do to get where you want to be.
Yeah. You got to do what you don't want to do sometimes too.
And that's sometimes
climb out of it.
That's the key to making it sometimes, man. At least getting a basis. Take it what you're doing right now. Look at everything. Don't do what you want to do. Do what you are avoiding doing. And that could be the missing puzzle piece.
Yeah.
Like me, I can go ahead and firsthand say it. I lack in content. Like, I don't make daily content. I'm not really a social person. I'm an in-person person. It's hard because it's like nowadays you almost got to be like a social media personality on the internet.
You got to do all of that if you don't have a management team or something like that,
We've definitely been in the talks about some vlogs, some getting on TikTok and just a little short 1.5, 2-minute vlogs, just like daily life kind of deal, nothing crazy, just so some people understand where we come from and what we do, and then maybe even branch off to YouTube and kind of do something bigger. And that is all definitely in the works, and I believe we've finally found some sort of camera guy, right? Shout out Colton.
Yeah,
Colton.
He definitely is really good. He's trying, he's been filming my content for 2 months now.
Yeah.
And he really has been putting in work. He's like, bro, holding me accountable. Holding me accountable that I'm not doing enough. pushing me.
That's part of the team work.
Right.
Yeah.
If you got somebody on your team and they're just as passionate, you know, if they want to, hey, this is what I'm here for, man. Let's and to me, I don't think it's I post a lot. I do that's just because of that's just what it's all about on that, my local Riffs page, and because I want people to see everything that's going on with the music, people up and coming, what's happening tonight, next week, and you have to. I do all of that, right? For the most part, and I do have help from teammates that come to shows with me, help me get footage. Shout out Levy, shout out Dead Set, Dig, Lorio, James, what's that? Dalton, but for artists posting like that, you don't want to post so much, like you're saying, that the viewer gets, dare I say, bored or uninterested if it's the same kind of thing, and you still want to keep them suspenseful. So there's like a fine line right there to where you want to feed them, but you don't want to, want them to be full all the time.
Yeah,
so,
right. Most people, they go straight to the point, buy my music. That's not how you do it.
that scares people off, I think.
Yeah, bro. It's like you're trying to make $1. You're not really here to like connect with me. That's what it does. Like I see people all the time, like my new album's out, buy it. But I'm like, man, if you just post what you do and dig more into your life, like, man, I'll be able to listen to the music and relate to you as a person. Everybody back home, they know us. We are really, really known.
Shout out back home.
Yeah.
Shout out back home.
Oh man.
They
all the dive
would you
bars
say?
we walk in around there.
Surrounded.
I mean, like I'll go to one and I'm sitting there shooting some pool, just kind of chit chatting along our other friends that we have, outside of music and stuff like that. And we'll be sitting there and some random person I've never even really seen, they'll just come up and, well, where's CAIN at? Or where's Quavo at? A lot of people know him as Quavo too back home, and or they're like, well, where's he at? And I'm like, well, dude's at the house, he didn't want to come out.
He's relaxing.
And they get so used to, seeing the both of us is really what I think it is, or they see him, or where's Big Hoss, or this, that, and it's, everybody definitely for some reason just keeps tabs, and that's a weird feeling.
Well, that's your people, man. They want to know, how things is going. It's like you do reach that personal level, especially if you have something to contribute.
Right.
Some people say, what do you offer to the offer? To me, I think it's more, it's contributing is better than offering, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if everybody can get on that level, it's not it defeats the ego when it's, I guess.
It holds a lot of people back to ego.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
Missed
man.
opportunities, man. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. We'd go to doors, dude, and be knocking on doors just to get in, like hoping they would let us in like a session to like watch and observe. But most people are just not there to take the leap, man. Like a lot of people that we know now that are bigger, we would go, hey man, can we come in? No. Now it's, hey man, can we come in? Yeah, bro, like what's good? A lot of people don't understand because I went back to the content thing. I don't post a lot of content, so that's why when people do text me, like, not low-key hating, but, like, wondering, Like, and I'm like, it's because they don't see that. They don't see that side. They're just like, oh, how did this guy get this?
And I haven't got anything. Why don't I get it? That's another branch off, but
yeah,
it's
talk about a handout, man. They talk about those. Man, y'all stop hating on these dudes, man. Shit. I feel like, and we talked about this like early and before we even started the show. Getting to know that person, getting to know new people. Those open new chapters. Those open new books. Those, and taking it, from that. I think that keeping it real goes a long fucking way, especially nowadays, you know. And sometimes it's hard to see a keeping it real because some people are good at not. You know what I mean? I guess.
Most of my career, man, I used to have to put on like this face, you know, like it's not like a face, but it's more of a like when I know like a camera's on me. I used to be, but now I'm just like, what's up, fucker? You know what I'm saying?
Like, I had to beat it into him on the way here, and he did a DJ Small Eyes podcast or interview. That was an interview.
Yeah.
And
weird location though. Everything was sketchy about it, man. But
shout
out Smalls.
Yeah, so shout out to him, no doubt. But him as a person, you know, he was just really just too much keeping himself in, like
reserved.
The guy I know and the guy I hang out with, I'm like, dude, you need to go on a podcast and you need to just be yourself. Like, just do what you would do around me, anybody. Just go in and just do it, you know. So
yeah, do the damn thing, son.
Yeah. And that's what I told him on the way here. I was like, we're about to cut a freaking rug. So
I mean, so what y'all think now? y'all still feel it out?
We vibing, man. We've been going for a while, but we vibing, man. We here. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, nobody's here. Is it too long? Oh well, I'm epping it, man. I could talk for a long time, but I do want to hit on a few more things. We talked a little bit about it earlier before the show. The beats and the music that you do acquire, kind of run us, you know, how you go about that, and you know, just because I'm interested. But and I talked to YFW last podcast, and he, you know, I think Brax told me something about it one time about them getting the beats from YouTube or whatever, and you had mentioned, you know, you do some hardcore research and you listen to that shit for hours. It's just amazing that you find those, like those particular ones that you work out and you are able to write to it, you know, and they're, you know, I mean, you have a beat writing process. I mean,
I really just, a lot of people don't know, like, you know, they see free on YouTube. It's not free. Got to get a lease.
Well, yeah, get a lease.
And
yeah.
You're talking about like me, how I pick them out?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just literally scroll through like hundreds of beats. And then one that I'm feeling in that moment, like I was talking about being an antenna.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as one rings a bell, I come up with one line. That one line transfers into a song.
Was somebody knocking?
No, that was me sliding on this seat.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're good.
Well, so all right, you say that. So do you have a search that you search, like, to get a certain, I mean, what idea do you go for? You certainly just don't randomize it and just go down them.
I usually will look up.
Well, not, I mean, that you do have a something that you have an idea for and you just search it then.
Gloomy, like sad and gloomy. And then once I start with one, that's when the YouTube algorithm comes up and I go down this big iceberg. And then when we hit that one, we strike gold. You know, it's just like,
get sucked into it.
I'm going to do it.
What about sending him intro part 2 to play a little bit of?
We could
while we're sitting here talking.
I'll definitely send it over. Go ahead, talk.
We got a intro. Everybody loved intro so much. So we had, me and him was talking one day and was like, man, what if we just wrote another one? You know, just kind of piggyback off of that one. And I really like the way it turned out a little bit. It's like I said, about the first, you play like 30, 40 seconds of it or something. Yeah. And it's something else. We've showed a couple of people and they seem.
How we recorded it though.
How we recorded that one?
Yeah, you remember?
Oh, we was in a parking lot at a bar called Delta Dawn in Kill, Mississippi, and our producer rolled up
Brett
in his
Favre country down there.
Oh yeah, that's where we're from, pretty much. But producer rolled up in his car, and we hopped in the car. The dude had the microphone and
hanging over the visor.
He had a Budweiser in one hand. I was in the back seat, and we just started going with it, dude.
No mix on it at all. It's just raw.
It's just raw, and I think it sounds really good. How it is, that's just me though. So
I'll get it in a minute, I guess. I don't know.
It's I really like it. Not to take us off of the subject you had, but
What subject, man?
yeah, well, I know we're just talking, but
No, I mean, I yeah, it's the writing process. I like how like those every time y'all tell me about like parties got to end, right?
Yeah.
I was sitting there, and it just came to y'all.
It's just
it's just the same thing with that. It just, hey, why don't we try it right now? Why don't we do it right now? You know,
and we called the guy up.
yeah,
I
and
was
it's
like,
not
"Hey,
even,
right out here."
and it's not even a freestyle. You know what I
Shout
mean?
out
It's
Leko.
it's
Shout out
thought out. You know,
Shout out Leko. He's came in clutch a bunch of times.
For real. He used to he made a lot of JD Youngin's hits, you know, like Ops and all those along the lines. You got that and a few more.
Yeah. You got Heartbeats too. Shout out Heartbeats.
Shout out Heartbeats.
And
Shout out Dub.
yeah. So definitely.
well, I think we're pushing that almost 2 hour mark.
Oh
now.
wow.
So
That's a
Time flies when you're having fun,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
you know, I do want to kind of ask a couple more questions. You got anything coming up soon? Like any shows? I know you always talking about the, you know, possible album drop sometime, or y'all definitely got something cooking up. You know, if you got anything like that popping off, man.
We're thinking about doing the end of the year hometown show and actually bringing it home. You know, I posted it on Facebook, got like
Hey.
200 likes.
Yeah.
So thinking about bringing it back home, man. You know, we go to all these different states
Just
and
hit up the VFW kind of
Yeah.
deal, you know, just
veterans, foreign wars.
yeah,
huh?
just that's how we roll, you know, just a
Yeah.
Man,
cold
keep
beer
me
place.
posted on that shit. I don't give a fuck if
Yeah,
it's up
gonna
there.
have the
Yeah.
roof jumping,
Yeah,
dude.
you get American Legion, VFW,
Something like that.
Elks Lounge,
Yeah.
Lodge.
Yeah.
Got the KC
You know,
Hall right there by the
I'll
house.
be
Coldest
right
beer
there.
in town. Coldest beer in town, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, keep me
definitely.
I think that's what bringing it it goes bringing it back down to earth, man. It's keeping it real, and y'all know y'all will have a good time doing a show like that.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
time.
I mean,
Time. I love it.
who would? I mean, I'm telling you, you'll see me like I'll just have my little.
Oh, we would definitely let you know, but
Yeah.
just expect for us to just be just down with it. We're gonna
No.
make sure we're gonna have fun. Everybody's gonna have fun.
Down like 4.
4 flat tires on a Cadillac. Down like 4
Oh.
flat tires on a Cadillac. So
Yo.
just we'll see how it goes. Like he said, we're trying to shoot for the end of the year, but if it happens sooner, I mean, we'll post dates and we'll keep you updated and
Oh yeah,
let everybody else know.
Yeah.
and see how it goes from there.
pretty hot right now, but it gets cooler during the end of the year.
Yeah. More people definitely going to start migrating out.
Yeah.
Looking forward to being on a boat this summer, just shredded sun.
just
I'm talking.
shredded cheese.
Just
Yeah. Gone. Like
Well,
a toupee in a hurricane. Gone. What the hell
That's
was
pretty
that?
funny, man.
Yeah.
Or it sticks. That's what
Yeah.
I fucked up. Here we go. I'm not gonna leave until we hear this on this.
When it's done, it's going to bounce.
Yeah.
It's a rough draft.
like I said, I really like.
And that was on the spot.
Pretty much, yeah. We had a little bit wrote to it, and we just went
All
with
this
it.
talk about Quavo to shut up, go make you some plays. I might send out my gang. This shit from Texas, shot at Johnny Dang. Got $250,000 in a creek, ducked off in a safe. Yeah, I'm country, guess it's safe to say that effing Dones. My jalopy guts, I white that bitch, creamy blue plate. Gotta hit you, bitch, hit chicken salad, chick, then I'ma skate. Bad bitch get no love, but she wet like she Katrina. Name another white boy with the juice, Al Pacino. Used to crack them 40s open while I
Oh shit!
fly around in the Beamers.
I was trying to say, how long is that? That's what I was trying to see how much time's on it.
That's about it. That's about it right there. And we hit the chorus one more time, and
Yeah, yeah.
that's about it.
Well, yeah, I was. The other one, it's just like a quick onslaught, bro. It ain't nothing. Like I said, it's just getting you pumped up. That's
Yeah. A lot of people.
you gotta get you one called outro, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think that's kind of what we were shooting for the, you know, keeping it. You got your highs, you got your lows, you know. So we're trying to start this album off like get you an eye opener, something to grab you in and listen to that album. And I feel like that's something that's a lot of people don't interpret music. A lot of people just listen. And if they hear something catchy, they're going to hit that first song. They're going to hit that second song. And you just got to keep them rolling. And once you get about midway through, you can kind of put some of those deeper, meaningful ones down in there. And hopefully they're still listening.
And do like some of them rave DJs and just have a fucking 2-hour continuous mix. It's like, what is this song? No.
Shout out Haystack.
Yeah, you was chatting about that earlier, man. That's amazing, man.
It's going to be a clean record, man. You know, got him, Clever.
I was just about to ask you if Clever was still lined up.
Yeah, we still good. And we got Stitches, too. Stitches called me randomly one day, man. It was so weird, you know. I'm literally just sitting there, and then I get an Instagram audio from Stitches. He's like, "What's up, brother?
Yeah.
What's up, man? I'm down here in Miami. I'm trying to cut a record. You want to get in on this?" I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Get you a pool,
Shit.
huh?
It's
Well,
like,
I mean,
are you asking me or are you telling me?
Yeah, like, it's like, man, the hell?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, man. We got him. Sooner or later, we're going to go meet up with Upchurch. You know, all his people.
That's
follow me.
definitely, we're
That's
planning
sick
on
right
that.
there, yeah.
And Kasky, my buddy, knows that he knows him pretty good. So
Yeah.
it's going to be turning out really good, you know. Right, there's actually a quick story, too, man. I was supposed to work with Jelly Roll right before he blew up. Drop Save Me. We're supposed to go work with him. Then things got mixed up with new management. And then it was like, well, I'm going to catch you one day.
Yeah, that doesn't mean it's the end. It just didn't work then, you know.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
That's amazing, man. And a lot of that goes all the way back to the first 5 statements we were making at the beginning of the show, man. Is the grit, the determination, the motivation, the inspiration, and just setting yourself aside from it didn't work the first time, or it hasn't worked out yet, or, you know, will it ever work out?
Yeah,
There's
most
only
people
one
gotta
thing in
push
life
past
that's
that.
promised, you know what I'm saying? And in the meantime, you mentioned it, we only get it one time, man. So, you know, make the best of it, I would say.
I'm going to leave this world better than I found it.
Yeah.
For real.
If you want to let everybody know how they can reach you on social media or anything like that, man, feel free to do so.
Y'all just got to look up CAIN Valentino. If y'all put in CAINV, it should be the first or second one pop up. Blue check mark. Don't listen to the spam fake accounts that have botted and will ask you for money. I will not ask you for money or anything. And if they sound like they're foreign, they are foreign. So, I mean, I know I got that little country slang.
Nah, it's definitely.
Just
Man,
use a little bit of common sense goes a long way there.
You know,
for that
like,
one. So.
I never would have ever thought I'd be at the level where people are making bot accounts and acting like me, and people are talking to them and then thinking they think that they're my girlfriend. And
Oh, no,
you know,
not that.
we've had one of them show up to a show and he had to kick her out.
Oh yeah, that was in Picayune, and we was sitting there, and me and Big Nasty, Dev, was sitting there, and we're working the door, and she came up and she was like, "Well, I'm here to see my boyfriend," and I'm like, "Okay, well, it's still, you got to pay to get in, you know," and she's like, "Well, my boyfriend said I can get in free," and I'm like, "Okay, well, who's your boyfriend? We'll go grab him and get this straight."
You talk about the bot done got her in for free?
Yeah, I guess so.
Like,
And
my God.
she's looking around and she points to say, she's like, "That's him singing right there." I was like, "That's not your boyfriend," because it was him on stage, and she was persistent on it, and I'm like, "You gotta leave. You gotta get out of here."
Yeah, I ran into her at a gas station probably about 6 months later, and she was like, and I was like, "Calm down, Buck, son."
Yeah,
Give me a free show.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just strange, man. Like, it's a weird level because we're, like I said, nobody's trying to do something, you know? We're just like everybody else.
Well, I think y'all some good guys.
Appreciate that.
Really stand-up individuals, in my opinion, and I think the music kind of speaks for that also, with personality and the you know, the realness behind it. I do want to thank y'all again for showing interest and supporting the page.
Thank
supporting
you.
Riffs and
You
what
know how
we're
it
doing.
is.
yeah. Thank you for having us.
sir.
100%.
Yeah, it's always too, bro.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And if we can do this, you can too. Don't let nobody ever tell you different. You do whatever you want in this world. It's going to come to you. My DMs are always open for advice. I will never turn anybody away. Let's keep it 100 with ourselves, and let's make that grind happen.
Hit
For
him
real,
up,
you
man.
watching us, CAIN Valentino, Big Hoss on Local Riffs. Thank you, man. All the way out here in Pearl River, Louisiana. Came from Wiggins. Skirting on the back roads. Had to skint back, son.
Guys, getting back 2 beers in the cup holder.
Yep.
Well, this has been Brian with Local Riffs.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Made it out across some list, raise up a toast. Back to the basics, oh Lord, who knows? I'm hanging with my gang, I don't care about hoes. Just count it up, pour me up, sign me up for the way, yeah. You use me up, wash me up. Just tell me why does it feel so good, but it hurts so bad, yeah. The